This is an exciting time for myself. You always have exciting times here at the University of Arizona, but Sean and his staff and the people surrounding him have just been great. We were able to get here on Monday and learning a lot, trying to figure out exactly how things go around here, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun working with the people that I'm working with, so I'm looking forward to it.
How does this all come together in terms of who called who and how does it all happen kind of fast like it did?
I got a message from Sean to give him a call, and in years past, you know, him and I would call each other from time to time, talk about various things. And I wasn't sure what he wanted to talk about, but he brought it up. He asked me, he said, "Hey, I'm not putting any pressure on you right now, but I would really like you to consider joining us over here at the University of Arizona." So it really caught me off guard because I wasn't thinking that I would leave. I wasn't thinking I would go as an assistant in college, but I have a lot of respect for Sean, a lot of respect for him. And even though we've been competing against University of Arizona for so many years, and a couple different schools that I worked, we have always had that respect for the Arizona program. And I've gotten to know Coach Olson really well and had been up here a few times when we didn't play. So as I really thought about it, I got really excited about the opportunity.
Outside of your respect for Sean and the program, what was it that enticed you about this opportunity at Arizona?
I won't really go into it in terms of the conversation Sean and I had, but the things that he talked about as to why he wanted me to come. It was right in my wheelhouse, so to speak, things that I was excited to do. So the mission that he laid out for me was something that was very, very appealing.
You're a guy who I've known for a long time, obviously, but you could have sat out a year, done TV, done whatever, and then got another job next year. Even probably this year, had you pursued it. Why not?
I sat around for about 3 or 4 weeks. No. That's not a whole lot of fun, just sitting around. You know, you go back and my wife and I were talking about this. You're talking 40 years or so. You're 40 plus years. You're part of a team. You're part of something like that. And the broadcasting thing, and a lot of people do well in it that are coaches. They go on and do it, and it sometimes even come back. But you don't have that interaction every day. And to be able to take a kid and a team from point A to point Z throughout a season is something that's very rewarding. It's something you look forward to doing. Every day is a new adventure, so to speak. And sitting out, I wouldn't have been able to experience any of that. So with this opportunity, given the opportunity that it was, who it was for, I thought that was far better for me than sitting out.
Had you had any feelers for head coaching jobs at all in that period of time?
Just small little feelers, nothing that materialized of any substance.
Did the competitor in you also kind of bring you back into not waiting a year or two?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you said it really well. You're competitive for so long. And again, you're going to get in a situation, take another job. You want to be, if possible, in a situation where you can compete at the highest level, and that's what Arizona basketball does. Arizona basketball competes at the highest level.
How tough was it to see that recruiting class kind of evaporate that you worked so hard for up there?
Anyway, yeah, it was tough because, I mean, it's well known. We haven't had a lot of success in the last, I keep saying 5 years because 2012 we won the league. So we didn't get to the tournament, but we won the league. But in the last 5 years, we weren't as successful as we would have liked to have been, and we felt that, okay, we finally got it back to where here we go. We're going to be winning again, and you anticipate that. You don't see anything differently, and then when it's taken away from you, it's tough. It was tough.
And are you, you're not surprised to see them all kind of scattering and some
There were a couple, but it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Was that part of the
Lord to come out here in the first place in terms of, you didn't have the success the last couple of years at Washington, but maybe there were some pieces that you weren't able to put together, and maybe you're hoping that Sean can maybe add those pieces up for you?
There's no doubt I'm going to be able to learn from Sean and his staff. There's just no doubt. He's too good of a coach. He crosses his T's, dots his I's. He's very organized. There's no doubt I'm going to learn from that. That component is there. But again, you're in a situation, you're in a program where you go play anywhere, compete with anyone, and expect to come out on top. That was very appealing.
Not that he seems to need a whole lot of help, but what do you add in your area of recruiting?
Just hopefully I can help. They do a phenomenal job in recruiting, and we've recruited against them at times, and you just hear how the kids talk about the Arizona program and the coaching staff and how they go about their business. It's really impressive. So I'm coming in here with the attitude of whatever I can do to help and make sure Arizona basketball at least stays where it's at, but hopefully try to get even better. Whatever I can do to do that, I'm willing to do it.
So do you have a job assignments already? Big man, small man?
No, it hasn't been that specific yet. No, not yet.
When you talk about recruiting, you're strong obviously up and down the West Coast, but if you go into Seattle, is that kind of awkward, or at least maybe at first, or, because especially if Washington's recruiting the same kid, what's that gonna be like?
It'll be a different experience. There's no doubt about that. I think anyone would understand, though, we're all trying to be the best that we can be, and this is not a situation. It was never communicated to me by Coach Miller that we're bringing you in because we want you to get the Seattle kids. It's never been brought. He's talked to me about having even more of a presence on the West Coast, and that covers a lot of ground. So,
Will you be attending the NBA draft?
yes, I will. I will.
When you talk about the recruits you had at UW, did you contact them at all after they let you go? Was there,
Yes.
and I was just curious what you said to them and all, and do you encourage them to stay? Do you say, hey, good luck, or how does it go?
None of those were fun conversations, and I talked to all of them. I just kind of tried to encourage them. They had something special going, but tried to get a feel for what they were thinking at the time.
How does that T-shirt feel? How does that color feel?
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, yeah.
Did it feel
Blue and red. What's that?
Better now than across the way.
Woo! I'll tell you, I played, my first year playing at the University of Washington was the first year of the Pac-10. It was the Pac-8 prior. It was the first year that Arizona and Arizona State had joined the league. So I came in here as a student athlete competing, and then later on was at UCLA, and we would come in here, and obviously at Washington. It's kind of bittersweet because when you walk into this place, when you get off the bus and there are people around and you see all the red and you see just kind of the buzz that's going on amongst the people that are going to the game, you know right then the tone is set. You're about to go on a big stage here. And then you come out on the floor and all the fans that are out here. And, I've always noted that the Arizona fans are very knowledgeable. They appreciate good basketball because they've been trained to appreciate good basketball because there's been so much of it here. But there's just a feel and a sense that this is a pretty special place to play. So now to be on this side and understand what the others are going through, it should be a lot of
When
fun.
you left here, because I think you won a couple of games here, Isaiah Thomas had a big game here. Just how did it feel leaving this place as an opponent to win? Because not many people win here, and now you're trying to prove that win.
We came in here with, I think, with Brandon Roy and Nate Robinson and those guys. I don't remember if it was 04 or 05, but the game was fairly close, and maybe, well, I don't know, it was 5 points or something. Maybe we were up, and Arizona shot the ball and missed, and the ball came off the rim, and everybody literally just stood and watched it as if the game was over, and it was still about 30 seconds left. And I remember on the side just standing myself and thinking, we're about to win this here? Okay. That was, you want to not only compete against the best, but you want to be able to succeed against the best. And anytime you can come in and, if you come in and get a victory here, boy, you feel pretty good about it.
You still see head coaching down the road?
Oh, yeah. Hopefully. I mean, but we'll see. The thing about this, and I've talked to many assistants before, a lot of times, especially if they've not been a head coach before, they can't wait to just get that head coaching job, and sometimes they prematurely take one that may not be the best situation for them. But I am not coming here thinking, okay, I'll put up with this for a few months so that I can get my head. No, that's not my train of thought here. I'm here, I'm locked in, and we'll just go and see what happens. But I'm not in a hurry to get away from this situation.
Not like you're an old man, though.
Well, it depends on who you talk to.
I mean, I'm
You
an
talk-
old man here, so.
Well, you talk to my daughters, they'll say I'm an old man.
Yeah.
Depends.
When you project ahead to the first game in November, have you anticipated what it'll be like for you to not respond to a situation as a head coach, but to realize you're an assistant and not thought much about that, or what that'll be like?
I've done it before, so I remember. Again, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm not here to run things. There is someone here that does a fantastic job of running here, and Sean Miller. So I'm here to help. And on the bench, I'm sure there'll be times I want to jump up, but I know my role. I know my place. Just here to help.
You're gonna miss your talking to reporters, I'm sure, right?
I'm going to miss talking to the reporters. Yeah, after losses.
Coach, you've been known to have good relationships with your players. Marco Fultz raves about you. Isaiah Thomas, in the situation he went through this past week, have you had any chance to reach out to him and share a few words with him?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I know how close he was with his little sister and how close he is with his family. And I'm watching their first game when he gets introduced, and before the game, everybody saw with Avery Bradley had his arm around him and all. And I'm watching this. I'm just going, oh man, I just feel so much for him. And now his parents. I mean, I know his parents. I mean, that's their daughter. It's a tough situation. What a courageous young man he is to still go out there and try to compete. This is the NBA playoffs. This is not an exhibition game, and he's out there really trying to compete, and it's hard.
Did you talk to him, or have you talked to him?
Yes. Yes.
Have any of the older guys, the ex-guys here, the Damons, the Alshons, the Kerrs, giving you any calls or let you know what's going on? Congrats, thanks for coming aboard.
Not specific calls, but I ran into Judd Bushler not too long ago, and I remember when Judd Bushler was in high school and had some hugs. It's over the years, it's amazing how many U of A alums that I know or have relationships with. But I started thinking about it. There are a whole lot of them, so I look forward to seeing them all.
Luke Walton said last night you recruited him in high school a little bit. Was that when you were still at UCLA?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, just a little bit though. Weren't gonna get him.
What's this first week been like for you? Just curious, what have you been doing here? I know you're probably heading out recruiting this weekend.
Yes.
and I mean,
Yeah.
have you met with the guys or just gone over any kind of formalities or anything interesting?
Yeah, they had the, you get 2 hours a week to work out, and the first workout the other day, since I've been here, I was able to get out there with them, again, trying to learn exactly how they go about doing things. Was able to go out with Sean, do some recruiting. Been trying to watch film. We're somewhat familiar with Arizona because we've played against them so many times and had to scout them, but at the same time, I have an idea of what they did, but why? Why are you doing it? How are you going to teach it and all that? So I've been watching film, asking questions, just trying to get acclimated in that regard.
It's interesting. Did anything particularly jump out at you from that perspective when you saw, especially the guys that are coming back, what they did or can't do that you didn't?
Just how fundamentally sound Arizona is. You watch film and you watch them defensively, you watch what they do offensively, just very fundamentally sound without making a whole lot of mistakes. That's why they win. One of the reasons they win so many games.
Have you talked to Luke yet?
I have talked to Luke.
What
Yes.
do you say?
He was just encouraging. Yeah, he was just encouraging.
You guys had some pretty good back in the day.
Yeah. Lute, I worked for Jim Herrick. He gave me my first job, so obviously I learned a lot from him. But when I first got my first head coaching job at Pepperdine, I talked to Lute. I actually came up to Tucson and met with Coach, and he shared some things with me. I'm like, man, this man is a genius, And he's always been very gracious, very helpful, always been very supportive.
What's it going to be like to work with Alonzo Trier, someone that you've been very close with over the years, and how gifted offensively he is?
We were hoping we could have worked together a couple years ago, but he decided to come here. But this is a kid, and I've said it before, that as a youngster, just had a great love for the game. There's a gleam in his eye when a basketball is in his hand or he's watching basketball. Anything to do with basketball, there's a gleam in his eye. To be here every day with him is something I'm looking forward to. And there are other guys on the team as well. We recruited, like Parker Cartwright, know him, a couple of the other guys. So walking in the door, there is some familiarity with some people.
Was he in the position, did you go out with a position group when you went out for the
Yeah.
2-hour thing, or was
He
he
was-
in that, or?
Yes, he was in it. Yeah, the guards were in it.
What do you think of the freshmen coming in here? What do you know about them?
That they're really good. Yeah. That's going to be, you talk about coaching different guys. It's going to be fun helping coach those guys because of the talent level that they have. And one thing that I've picked up on here in these short few days is the type of character that Coach Miller and his staff are going after in recruiting. That's been very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, is there, when you go recruiting different, do you expect a different approach at all? I mean, anything they do here that's been different what you do than what you've been doing yourself as a head coach? Or?
I think Coach Miller, he gives you the flexibility to recruit within your own personality. I don't feel like he's a micromanager. You have to do it this way across the board. So I'm just going to go in and be natural and go out and try to help people see how great a program U of A is.
Arizona opens a lot of doors, doesn't it? It's just that name.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. You will get a call back if you tell them I'm calling from the University of Arizona. Yeah, you get a call back for sure.
So since you've been here with Coach Miller, have you had any, you've said like that, he hasn't broken it down as far as you're going to work with wings or whatever bigs, but anything else philosophically you guys have talked about as far as what you might add or you might want from you, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, those are some of the things I won't get into, but we've definitely talked about the philosophy here, the concepts here, how that'll all work.
We talk about wheelhouse, that's part of it.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Anything else?
Right?
Look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Brings up Bob Bond from